Okay, today we're going to be talking about bench press. Bench press is probably one of the most widely performed exercises in weight training. Primarily, it is used for developing upper body strength and power. Most people, if you go to a gym, probably you'll see them in there doing bench press or some other bench pressing type movement. How many people in here have ever done bench press before? Or gone to a gym or a weight room and seen somebody do it. Today we're going to learn how to safely do it with a spotter assisting us with the bar and also helping us if we need some help. Now, the first thing that we're going to do today is we're going to learn about the 5 points of contact. The 5 points of contact with bench press are your head, your shoulders, your hips, and 2 feet. They must remain in contact with the bar at all times. How many people have ever gone to the gym and see somebody doing bench press with their feet either on the bench or in the air? We don't want to do that. The reason why we use the 5 points of contact, the National Strength and Conditioning Association, which is where I have my CS certification, CSCS certification, they use the 5 points of contact, and also some of these techniques that I'm going to show you today have come from me coaching and teaching bench press over the time span of about 20 years. You must have 5 points of contact either with the bench or on the ground at all times. All right? First thing I want to do is I'm going to start with the spotter. The spotter feet must always be up on these pedals. If my feet are down on the ground while I'm trying to attempt to spot somebody on bench press, I do not have enough leverage to lift the bar up off of. I will always spot them with an over and under grip. The spotter is also responsible for positioning the lifter on the bench. You must make sure that when they lie down on the bench that their eyes are out in front of the bar. So if I'm laying on my back and I'm looking straight up at the bar, my eyes must be out in front of the bar that way. That is also part of the spotter's responsibility in addition to helping the lifter if they start to struggle during the lift. All right? So I start out standing up here on the spotter. Okay, the person that's getting ready to lift lays down on the bench. Check them to make sure they have their 5 points of contact, head, shoulders, hips, 2 feet on the ground. They must remain in contact with the bench or the ground at all times. From there, my spotting grip. I will always lift the bar with the over and under technique because if my hands are sweaty and both of my hands are under, the bar may slip out of my hand. If both of my hands are over, I might have the same problem. But if I'm gripping the bar with an over and under technique, what should wind up happening is I should never lose control of the bar. Next, when I stand up on the bench and I'm ready to go, check the lifter's eye position. Make sure his eyes are out in front of the bar. The lifter's grip on the bar will be an overhand grip with my thumbs wrapped and closed around the bar. Some people lift doing bench press with their thumbs behind the bar. That's not good. If I start to struggle or my hands are sweaty, the bar will roll down my forearms and hit me in the chest. How many people heard about the football player at USC that dropped the bar on his throat? Okay, he dropped the bar on his throat and almost died because he was not saying that he had an open grip. That's what we call an open grip when your thumbs are behind. But I want to make sure that my hands are always wrapped around the bar at all times. All right? 5 points of contact. His eyes are out in front of the bar. All right, go ahead and position your hands for the grip. Okay, he would take his thumbs, okay, put his thumbs where the smooth meets the rough on the bar. Extend the thumbs to that point, and then from there, make sure he wraps his thumb and fingers all the way around the bar. Okay, when he is ready for me to lift the bar out, he'll give me a signal. He'll say 1, 2, 3, I'm ready, hand it to me or whatever. I will take the bar out and hand it to him. Once he has control of the bar, I will take my hands off. I will only help him when he starts to struggle or he gets to his last rep. Usually when we're here working out, I give you a set number of reps, set number of sets that you have to perform. So if he starts to struggle before he gets to that number, always want to take the bar. You don't ever want to listen to a person that's lifting when they say, I got it, I can get it. If they start to struggle, immediately take the bar away from them. All right, 5 points of contact. Eye position is good. Hand position on the bar. I have my hand position. Ready? Okay, I hand him the bar. From there, he takes the bar and he brings the bar down to the center of his chest. Then he pushes it back up in a straight line. Back down to the center of his chest and back up in a straight line. He has now finished his reps or he's starting to struggle. From there, I will take the bar and then bring it back into the rack. Now, one thing you gotta understand, when I'm lifting and I'm doing bench press, some people take the bar and they push it up and back at an angle. You don't wanna do it. I always wanna make sure that the bar stays in a straight line in the center of my chest. What's the shortest distance between 2 points? Straight line. So I wanna make sure that I'm pushing the bar in a straight line. Bring the bar down under control, but not too slow, and then lock the bar all the way out on every rep. When the spotter is done and the lifter is done, okay, all I do is I'll go ahead and step out of the rack, then it'll be time for the next people to come in. The one thing that you always have to look for is when I'm working with someone that's doing bench press, is I always want to make sure that when we are getting ready to place the bar back in the rack, the spotter and the lifter's hands do not leave the bar until the bar is securely back in the rack. Does that make sense? So once he struggles or once he gets to his last rep, I take the bar from him and then I put the bar back in the rack. Does anybody have any questions? All right, now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to spread out. I want you to go to your station. Okay, once you get to your station, I want you and everybody in your group to go through these techniques. Okay, I want everybody to be the lifter, and I want everybody to be the spotter, and I want you to go ahead and do 5 reps. All right, so go ahead and spread out and do that. All right, so go ahead and make sure your rack is set up. Okay, today I want you to go ahead and do the bar. It's really lightweight. So go ahead and go do 5 reps. Check them, make sure they have their 5 points of contact. Make sure they're lifting the bar, make sure they have a close grip around the bar. Okay, make sure they're bringing it up and down in a controlled manner. Make sure they're pushing the bar in a straight line. You should be gripping the bar with an over and under grip. Once they get done with their 5th rep or they start to struggle, go ahead and let them take the bar back into the rack. Go ahead and help them lift the bar back into the rack. Well, everybody at each station will be the spotter and the lifter. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do 5 reps. All right, go ahead, make sure you spot. Make sure you don't spot it directly. Okay, give them a lift off. Tell them when you're ready. Hand you the bar. All right, we're going to work for about 1 more minute. Then we're going to come back over to the station where I demonstrated that. Go ahead and get your 5 done. Let's kind of roll through it real quick. Get your 5 done. Make sure I'm looking at the 5 points of contact. Check their eyes. Make sure that they're out in front of the bar. All right, when they get done with the 5th rep, or they start to struggle, go ahead and take the bar away from them. Make sure when it's time for them to take the bar, put the bar back in the rack.
Could you see yours?
Yeah, we're just doing the bar. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to do the bar. Or if you're pretty strong, you can go ahead and put some lighter weight on it. All right, now, go ahead. We got about 30 seconds. We got about 30 seconds, and then we're going to take the weight off the bar. We're going to come back to the station where we started at. All right, so everybody back over here. We're going to come back where we started. All right. Mary, should my eyes be in front or behind the bar when I'm getting ready to bench press? In front. Bar, my eyes should be in front of the bar. Omar, give me 1 to 5 points of contact. Shoulders. Sprinkle, give me another one. This. 1 to 5 points of contact. Okay, head. Preston, give me 1 more.
Hands.
Holly, give me 1. Feet. And so what one are we missing? Head, shoulders, hips,
and 2 feet.
hips, and 2 feet. Okay, that makes 5. 1, 2, 3. You have 2 feet, so that counts as 5. Let's see. Barker, should I lift the bar out if I'm a spotter with an overhand grip, an underhand grip, or an over and under grip?
Over under.
Over and under grip. Let's see. Peyton, When should I spot the person or help them get the bar back in the rack? When they finish their last rep or as soon as they start to struggle?
As soon as they start to struggle.
Okay, as soon as they start to struggle, but let's say they get done with their last rep, we're doing 8 reps, they get done with their 8th one, should I help them put the bar back in the rack?
Yes.
Okay, so basically what I want to do is help them lift the bar back in the rack when they're doing either they're doing their last rep or as soon as they start to struggle. Last question. Sure. When I'm the spotter, okay, should I be standing on the ground or up on the foot pedals?
On the pedals.
Okay, I always want to stand on the foot pedals so I have enough leverage to lift the bar out and help them if they can't get the bar up off of their chest. Anybody have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, now the next thing that we're going to do is we're getting ready to go ahead into our workout. So I'll pass your workout sheets out, and then we're actually going to do our bench press workout for today.